In this video, we want to talk about the different add-ons, options, upgrades you have with the wedding album. Throughout the whole process, we want to make things as simple as possible. So before the wedding, really the only decision that most of our couples make is, do they want an album or not? So if they want an album, most of the time we start them off with an 8x8 album. This way they can worry about all the options after the wedding. So the way it works is, after the wedding, you get your pictures, you get your album form. This is when you're going to decide what photos you want to go into your album. But now this is also when you can decide or if you want to upgrade to a 10x10, what leather you want, and things like that. So let's go over some of those options at this time. So here's an example of an 8x8 album. Real quick, I'm just going to flip through it. In the previous video, we talked about the design. So here's the design on an 8x8. Again, we have page 1, picking out the favorite photo of the bride and groom, the full page spread. We have the getting ready spread, the portraits of the bride and the groom, the bridal party, this is additional moments before the ceremony, introducing where the ceremony took place, highlights from the ceremony, bride's family, groom's family. Here's the spread of just bride and groom photos. So giving you a sense of what this looks like as an 8x8. Here's setting up, introducing where the reception took place. Here's the first dance. Here are ceremony moments, page 1, page 2, and then of course the bride and groom's final page. So you can see the difference between an 8x8 and a 10x10 in the previous video. So that's the first decision. Stick with the 8x8, or if you want to upgrade to a 10x10. The next thing you're going to decide on is what leather you want. So the two options we have here are called bonded leathers, and we do have vegan leather options. So there's 8 vegan leather options to choose from and 5 different bonded leathers. So in total, there's 13 different leather colors you can choose from. And there's a copy of all this on the website as well. Now, you also have an upgrade if you want what we call the exotic leathers. So if you do want to do like a real fancy leather, something exotic for the cover, the outside of your album, we do offer that. That is an upgrade, okay? So now the other thing to go over is what is called embossed text or cover text. You'll notice here's an example of an album right here. It says on the front, our wedding album, the bride and groom's first names, and then the wedding date. Similarly, we have the same thing on this 10x10 right here. Our wedding album, bride and groom's name, and wedding date. So this is an add-on. Each one of these lines, so there's 1, 2, 3 in this example. Each line is an add-on. So each line that you do is an add-on. But you don't have to do, you could do 0, you could do all 3, you could do 1, you could do 2, you can just do something as simple as our wedding album. You could have just your names across the middle. A lot of times our couples, if they don't do all 3, they like to go with just one line of text down at the bottom. I'll give you an example. Here's one of my bridal show albums. It just says Fred 2015, but you could do one line of text just down in the bottom corner like that, or you could do 2 with the date. So you do have options with that. Now, the final thing to go over is the boxes. So all the albums come in a standard box. So they do come in a box to keep them protected. The standard box is basically a shoebox style design. Now, there is an option for an upgraded premium box, and basically it's a leather padded box with a magnetic clasp. So here is an example of what the upgraded premium box looks like.